Fulltime Father Podcast, man. What's going on, y'all? It's all love. We are here with another dope episode. We have somebody in here that I'm extremely excited to learn her story and get into her and see what's going on. Y'all see the title of it already. So I'm gonna have my wonderful guest introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Lena Griffin Mays, and I'm excited to be here. Honored to tell
Man,
my story.
man, it's a
Yes,
pleasure, man. Thank you so much for taking your time out. First and foremost, ma'am, how your day been so far?
it's been good. It's been Monday, and it's been blessed, and I'm at home relaxing finally from a day's work, so can't complain.
I heard that. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
All right, now this year snuck up on us. It's almost over. It's almost
And
over,
time to get
man.
up and do it again, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. All right. So, what moment in your life first made you feel that God was truly real, and how did it feel when it presented to you?
I have a few things that made me realize God was real and things that happened in my life. Well, the beginning of it was my drug addiction in the streets and not like losing myself, but lost myself. But it was just a present and something was over me that just felt his presence, but I wasn't connected to God at that time. I just
Mm,
knew that it was something around me that just made me stand outside of everything else, like I was being protected or something, if that makes sense.
gotcha.
And then another time, I knew God was real is when my boys got shot. My two sons got shot
Mm,
at the same time. 9 bullets
oh,
in between the both of them. One of my sons got shot in the head. The other one got the bullet scraped his heart, and he has no immune system, half a colon. And as I was
mm,
standing in the emergency room doors, that was the time I seen God come through that door and I felt him touch me and told me that they weren't going to die. And at that
mm,
time, I felt something go inside me that gave me a lot of strength. And I started beginning to pray more, read a little more, teeter totted back and forth for a while, with being in the world. Is God real? But he's real. He's very real. He saved my life, my kids' life. So it's quite a few testimonies to how God entered to my life that makes him my everything today.
mm. Hear that,
Yeah.
man. I'm so sorry to hear that about your sons.
And they
I'm
living.
so happy.
They didn't
I'm so
pass. They still, he kept them. He kept them, but it was a hard time in my life in 2008.
that wasn't that long ago either. I'm so sorry to hear
Right.
that, man. And how old are
Thank
they?
Now my youngest will be 36 on Thursday. It's his birthday. And I have a 37-year-old that turned 37 in April. And at the time of their shooting, I had no grandkids or anything. And I'm a proud grandmother of five.
That's amazing. I love that so
Yeah.
much. Your
Yeah.
oldest, I think I'm a month older than him. Yo, that's what's up, man. That's so dope.
Okay. Yes.
Amazing. Oh man. What was the hardest season you had to walk through? And how did your faith carry you when nothing else could?
Ooh.
I mean, we could use the same scenario you had, but I'm sure, a woman of your wisdom, I'm sure you have plenty.
Yes. Life had a lot of hills for me to tackle. I got thrown a lot of things in my life at a young age, and with some of it with knowing about God in my life and some of it with not. But the whole time God has always been there. And I know that now, God never turns away from us. We turn away from him. And if you don't have the knowledge about God, then you think that everything's in your control and you're running things and you're doing things. But as began to grow more in my faith, I have no control of any of that. But he walked with me through all of my mess when I thought I was in control, and everything that happened to me, he allowed so I can get where I am today. So I just believe he never left me. I just believe he walked through all that mess with me for me to be where I am today with the being in love with Jesus as
Yes,
I
ma'am.
am. So it's a lot of things happen in my life. Like I could tell you a million stories, but the one that mean the most is that I survived.
Yes,
And I'm
ma'am.
here to tell it. And I'm here to tell you that he is very much real. I'm a work
Absolutely.
in progress. I have a prayer line group, Ladies in Harmony. Phenomenal, very powerful praying women and gentlemen. There's some guys on there, but when I say it's been my anchor, it's been my everything because I get to experience my gifts. I get to be with people that love God so much that nothing in this world now matters to me other than waking up to give him thanks. All the honor, glory, and praise every day. We on 3 or 4 times a day. So,
Mm,
and it was a time I get up in the morning. I wasn't saying good morning, Lord. I wasn't, I thought I did it, but not at
mhm.
all. Not at all. So I
Oh,
love my prayer group. They some awesome ladies. They waiting to see this this clip too.
nice. Hey, hey, prayer group. What's going on, man? That's dope. That's
Right.
dope. I love that. Absolutely, man. Yeah, man. If I can share a personal experience with myself, I grew up in the streets, and towards me becoming a young man, my mind frame was already out of it, but I was
Mhm,
still like 1 foot in, 1 foot out type deal. So one day I'm driving. It's a long backstory to it, but I'm gonna try to like sum it up. But I'm driving
mhm,
one day, and my partner needed me to come pick him up. I had his car, so I went to go pick him up, and we had some things in the trunk. I ain't gonna say what they are, but we had some things in the trunk, and
okay.
we ended up getting pulled over on the way back. And I ended up trying to use a different name, all the other stuff, whatever. It wasn't blah blah blah. He ended up the officer ended up finding out that. So he asked me to get out the car. I'm in the driver's seat, mind you, and put me in the back seat of the police car. Now I see him walking to the he got my partners on the curb already. It's a female officer watching them.
Mhm.
He started walking to the trunk with the keys. I looked straight up and I was like, God, please no.
Ooh,
And he answered right away. When I tell you, the
he's
female
gonna do
officer that
that.
had my partners on the curb,
Mhm,
soon as he was like getting to the trunk, about to put the key in there, she was like, "Hey, what you want me to do with them?" And he was like, "Hold on 1 second." And she's like, "No, for my comfort, it's cold outside." He stopped. He looked at them on the curb. He looked at me in the car, and he looked at his partner. He's like, "You know what? I'm gonna take him in because my license was suspended at the time." He's like, "I'm gonna take him
mhm.
in for suspended license," and he threw my keys at my homies and let them go.
Ooh, see,
That day
look at
right there.
God. So, and
Mhm,
when you start noticing the things around you, one of the ladies on our prayer line had made it known that if you just stand outside, just look around, look at everything around you belongs to God.
mhm,
Everything we do, what he allows us to do, what he protects us from, all for him. And he did that for a reason. It was a lesson for somebody out that group.
mhm,
And it protected whatever was in that trunk. It
mhm.
spared you all. It spared the
Absolutely.
life of however many people was in that car. So, and I just go to say, like in my drug life out there in the streets, like just out there, dangerous. I probably shouldn't even be here, but through his grace and mercy, I'm still here. I have so many close to death stories. I have just doing the drugs alone was enough to be close to death. But the biggest
Absolutely.
part for me was when I was homeless. I slept behind a dumpster in the dead of
Mm,
winter. Like
mm,
people, we we favor people so much, why they and our friends. We worry about that. If we gave God half of what we do for the people that we want to prove to be our friends, but when I was out there like that, I couldn't knock on the doors. Well, nobody letting me sleep on their couch. They didn't care about it being a snowstorm, and I had on boots that my feet was freezing, and washing up in bathrooms and eating out of grocery stores. Nobody cares. But long as you got some money to do drugs, you're more than welcome. So
Absolutely.
I have a lot of life lessons as far as people in my life. Like, it really doesn't matter today, because right now, God is my everything. He's my doctor, my lawyer, my best friend, my lover, my comforter. I don't ever have to feel alone. I could hold my hand out and I could feel him put his, we holding hands. So that's where I'm
Mhm.
at. Like, a lot of things, I'm not saying I don't go through trials and tribulations or battling with my flesh and getting weak, feeling like I'm not worthy and stuff like that. But like I said, my prayer line keep me on my toes, and God keep me on my toes too. But it's always good when you got somebody praying for you. We pray as a family. We pray as sisters. We pray in love. We cry together. We do everything together. So I like that more in my life than I like what life was giving me. So really, I'm just of this world. I'm not in it. I'm not trying to people please nobody no more. um just working my principles, learning that from my prayer line, working my principles to become a better person, to get closer to God, and also just thank him from where he brought me from, because some people don't make it, and they don't make it because they don't want to, because it starts with the mind. We had that conversation when I first talked to you. It's really in the mind on what you want. And I understand everybody can't be saved, but those that want to be saved can, and it's out there for you. It's
Mhm.
resources, it's all kind of things that you can do if you're sick and tired of whatever your life is calling you to be not happy in it. Or it's not just drugs, it's mental health, it's
Mhm.
all types of different things, eating disorder. It's all different things that could be a hinder to your life, you know but God plays the biggest part of it all. And once you realize that
Yes, ma'am.
and get in the direction of people that can help you better yourself, the better off that we can be.
Yes,
So I
ma'am.
thank God. I thank God for, I could say that today, from the walk that I went through, all the hardship, my kids, I wrote a book, I wrote a book, and it was a dedication book because, I had to apologize to my voice. I did a lot of things that by choice that I'm not proud of, but I never put them in harm's way. I always made sure they were safe. But see, that was my stinking thinking. Like, I thought that as long as I was doing that, they were fine, but they weren't. Because where's my mother to read me my book? Where's my mother to tuck me in? Where's my mom that other kids' mothers was there fixing their dinner and I wasn't? So I did scar them. I messed them up, and I allowed them to share with me how they felt. But
Mhm.
today I live different, I walk different. I'm not even the same person, and God has forgiven me. So I
Oh,
choose
sister.
not
Yes,
to
ma'am.
wear not one shirt I will wear to please anybody to keep pounding me about my past. Them charges been dropped. I'm free. I live in a different window now. I my grandkids is my world, and I, like I said, all I could tell them is sorry. But I'm a better grandmother than I was a mother. But I'm a better mother now, and I'm there for my kids in any way that I can be, So I just thank God for everything, the bad, all of that. I have to, because I'm a way better person now than I ever could imagine. Some of the blessings I get, I don't even know why I'm a deserving of it, but he chose me, so I'm one of his favorite.
Mm.
So
Yes, ma'am. I heard
I
that.
claim it. I claim it. I'm claiming it. So, yes, excited with this new chapter in my life. Very excited. And I got a book too, stalling around, but I need to go on and put it out there. And it's really about, um, it's the streets of Lena, broken glass, and those are more the deeper stories of the activities that happened out there in those streets. To me, that's the dark, black secrets and things that maybe, some people knew and a lot didn't know. So
Mhm.
my
Yeah,
first
man. I'm
book was
just.
Huh?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was going to say it sounds like it comes with a trigger warning.
It does every time, and then my first
Mhm.
the dedication books is redeemed and washed clean. And that's how I feel that
I
my
love that.
soul, spirit, mind is clean. And I continue to try to put spiritual things inside of me to keep me grounded because it's not hard to go back. It's not.
Absolutely.
It's easier to go back than to keep walking with God. And a lot of people, that's why He's such a forgiving God, because we'll be in the middle of the walk and just turn around. That's why you have to use your tools and your support team to keep yourself rooted and grounded, because it's so easy to fall back into a trap because the world does what it does to you. It's gonna tell you, oh, your bills, you can't do this. What you trying for? What you doing? So you give up. You give up.
Hmm.
But we can't. We
Hmm.
can't.
Yeah,
So
it's always light on the other end with consistency. You know what I'm saying? Faith, it's always light at the other end.
absolutely.
Absolutely,
Yes,
man. I
yes.
love that. I interviewed a SEX trafficker victim, and yeah, it definitely came with a trigger warning.
Mm,
Those stories are very necessary because in a black household, man, we're taught to sweep stuff under the rug, and so we grow up with a lot of unhealed trauma, and we don't know what to target it at, how to handle it, so it starts to come out in our everyday life. And if you're not strong enough, you don't have faith, you're not a believer, you're not gonna be able to recognize it. You know what I'm saying? So um I love your testimony, man. I know a little bit more than what I'm asking right now because like you said, the phone call we had. But
yes.
and just to talk to you right now, video, I want to say face to face, but we're here and I greatly appreciate it, man. This is really dope. This is really dope. I
And
didn't
I
have no
love
question.
sharing it. I'll share my story with anybody. And like I say all the time, if I could save one, I'll save 1,000, because that that road wasn't easy. It wasn't.
Hmm.
I conquered a lot of things all at one time. Drugs, cigarettes. I had all kinds of devices going on, but I'm free. I don't do nothing. I eat
Right.
maybe too much, but other than that, I don't. I'm not about to do that. I tortured myself enough. The rest of me and cleaning myself up belong to my Father, and that's
Hmm.
it. And
I
I
love that.
don't need the company around me. If you're not like minded and talking about God and talking about making some money and doing things and enjoying life, the foolishness can. I ain't about to tolerate it. I'm not.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that, man. Yeah, I'm one of those as well. I'm at the point to where peace is everything. My
The
peace get disturbed
only
a little bit.
thing.
Yeah, even a little bit. My block list is very long. Instead of me matching people energy, all aggressive and stuff, I just block. Ain't no reason to put on no show. You know what I'm saying? No reason to raise your blood pressure. I just cut
Nope,
them off
not
and
at
just keep
all.
moving because tomorrow coming on time. Every day coming on time. So got to make sure I'm prepared for that for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Put your armor on, get ready for the battlefield, because you're gonna have things come your way, and it just feels so good to be able to speak like this, because I listen to my prayer line and I just can't stop speaking about them enough, because everybody has something different to say. But now that I'm sitting on this side and my prayer group ain't with me, a lot of things falls into place of what I've been listening to, and how I can
Mhm.
answer your questions with a lot of grace in my voice, because it helped me too to know that I've been listening, because a lot of things that I'm saying now I get from my prayer line, and just me praying to God and just getting confirmation and praying for clarity and fasting with the ladies and just getting answers. The right thing
Mhm.
to do in life. Like, don't do nothing without asking permission. And even with saying all that, sometimes we fall short. And I folded up. Oh my God, I can't make it. I ain't gonna do. And right quick, they put me right back in my place. We don't get up here praying for that. That ain't what we do this for. If you gonna do that, ain't no need
Mhm.
to being on here talking about the goodness of the Lord if you about to not believe him. So
Mhm.
I'm working on it. I'm way better. I'm way better.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. You gotta take it one day at a time, man. A lot of
Yeah.
people expect when they make change, they expect to take care of all the things that's wrong with them tomorrow. Like they expect to just make the decision and wake up and everything gone. But you gotta take it day by day. You know what I mean? Nobody's Superman, really. So
Yeah. It's a work
we
in
out here in this
progress.
life.
They didn't build Rome in a day. So
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
hey, when
ma'am.
you make a mistake, it's okay. Just remember when you make it's what you do with it afterwards. If you mess
Mhm.
up or you fall down, that's what I used to tell people with the drugs. I relapsed a million times. But it's what you do when you get back up. Are you going to keep or you going to try again tomorrow? Each day you
Mhm.
keep trying till one day you're going to get it together and you're going to look around and be like, I did this. I got 365 days clean. I never, I started drugs in 1988. I got clean in 2011.
Mhm.
So my sobriety been unbothered since 2011.
That's
But in the
amazing.
middle of that, I probably relapsed 1,000 times before I got it right. So it's okay to fall. It's okay to mess up. It's what you gonna do
Mhm.
when you get back up. And then when he
Absolutely.
see you trying and you taking steps, you take one, he gonna take 10. So you just gotta follow
Mhm.
the obedience. Just follow it and just keep going till you get it right. Because eventually you're gonna get it right if you keep going. If you keep turning around, you gotta keep starting over.
Mhm.
So the
Yeah,
choice is start with
absolutely.
your mind, what you want to do.
I love that. I love that. And you said you started drugs in 1988.
1988,
That's the year I was
I did.
born, and was that after you had your son, pretty much.
Right after I had my son, I had him April 19th. He was early. My son was not due until July, but I was inhaling a gas leak that made me go into labor. And
Mhm.
then I always had a problem with my weight. And it's crazy because I never came from a family that did drugs or nothing like that. I always had a problem with my weight. So someone told me, hey, this will make you lose weight.
Mhm.
Okay. The weight got the melting. And I said, oh, okay. So when I
Mhm.
decided that I was done and I wanted to stop, it didn't happen
Couldn't
like that.
stop.
I had an addiction
Mhm.
problem that I was unaware of. And I battled that for those decades. And
Mhm.
that was a lot of decades, a lot of wasted time in my life. But I'm happy today. So
No, for
and I
sure.
survived. I could not be here to even tell the story. So that right there
Mhm.
is a blessing to be able to share this story and hopefully somebody will feel like I want you to look at me and say, hey, if she did it, I know I can. What
Mhm.
did you do? How do you stop? What did like I said, just one. It's one that want to listen. That's all I need. But can't save everybody, but you can try to save somebody. So
I love that. I love that. I love that a lot. Man. Oh man. All right. How was ministry? Oh man. How has ministry shaped you, not just as a leader, but as a woman, daughter, mother, or friend?
in every aspect that God can manifest. Like I said, the breathing, sleeping, in the middle of the night, waking up, thanking him. I mean, you got to
Mm,
implicate him in every part of your kids, the grandkids, your relationship, cousin, brother, whatever means something to you. Your ministry got to mean more than everything because you can't love nobody if you ain't loving yourself and loving God. Well, loving God first because
mm,
He is our creator, He's everything. And that's where my mind is. So it makes me a better friend, a better mother, a better grandmother, a better wife, better confident, whatever you need me to be. God is within inside me. So once you get me, you got God, you got everything. And I want my light to shine because of my dark walk. And that's true.
Mm,
It is light at the end of the tunnel because I was in a black hole, dark. I couldn't see nothing. And that light at the end of the tunnel is real. If you hold on,
mm,
you trust, believe, when you reach out and you see that light touch your hand, you better run. You better run and you better not look back. That's all I can
absolutely.
say. And I will not. It was hard getting out of that. It was hard. It was not easy. I would never tell anybody that that walk of life is easy. It's not, but it's necessary. If you want to have a life, it's necessary. It's very
Mhm.
necessary.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely, man. I love that. Love that. Okay. How do you balance being vulnerable in your personal struggles while also being a source of strength for others?
That's been a task for me. And that's what I'm working on because to sit and talk about the goodness of the Lord and everything that He's great and He's everything to you, the balance have to be balanced because you cannot be talking about how good God is and what He done for you, and then in the next breath you fall apart. So now you
Mhm.
sending mixed signals to the person that may want to be knowing God and want, but how you saying that, but you over here worrying and it's not. So you have to be on that straight. You can't waver. You got to be on that straight line. When, like my sisters and ladies in harmony say, once they see you, they see God. When you walk in the room, the light needs to shine. They want what you
Mm.
got. What is y'all doing? What is this on y'all that I need on me to make it? What is you doing? And we able to share that. You don't want to be able to share it with them, and then they'll see you over there talking about, oh, I can't pay it. Oh, I can't do this. So you mix signals with them, So let's just do it. And that's where I'm at with it. And I'm fighting real hard to get there. I am. In the pit of my stomach, I fight for that. Like I want to walk in a room and say, what you doing that make you, and I get that because a lot of people that know me know how I have transitioned and changed. My life is nothing like it used to be. So I will say I'm still a work in progress, but I still believe God shines inside of me and outside of me.
I love that.
So
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things to saying, especially like with me being a full-time father. Um, I always say you can't fake this lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? That's what I
not at
heard
all.
when you were saying that you have all this faith now, but then something happened right after that, then all of a sudden you break down. So now you can't fake the faith. You know what I'm saying? So like you either you're there or you're not. You know what I'm saying? Can't really be
And
halfway.
you want to share it. If you want to share it, you can't do both. And that's what I'm working at. And alongside of my ladies in harmony, we keep each other lifted up. Like totally. You ever want to get into a prayer line, that's one to come on and jump on board because, no foolishness, nonsense. We strictly about getting to God, praying for others, lifting others up. We support the community. We just don't pray to God. We get out there in the community. We work. We did the men's shelter. We did the women's. We give back. We give them food cards. We pray with them. And God continuously blesses us because we're givers and we want to see people win and make it.
That's amazing. I love that a lot. That's so amazing. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. So if you can drop some words of encouragement for the listeners, something that helped you out, guide you through life.
Whatever you're going through in life, don't do it without God. Whatever you're doing in life, do not do without God. Be obedient, pray, ask permission. Don't make your own decisions. Let him be your guide. That's what he's there for. Call him out on his promises. He promised us things, and we have to be able to call him back if we feel like it's not happening for us. The Lord is our shepherd, we shall not want. That's a promise. And it's okay to call him back out on it if you feel like you're crashing. I just say don't let go of his unchanging hands. Saddle up. Trials and tribulations will come, but do not fall for the devil. Don't fall because he gives blessings too. Listen to the voice. Know who's talking to you. always remember, keep God first no matter what you do, and He's going to do the rest. So I didn't get there easy, but the more you start doing it and implicate it in your life, the more it becomes your life. And I love that. Then, like I said, I'm not perfect, and nor will I ever be, but I do know who who created me and who's the head of my life. I'm not. I no longer stands in his way. If I need to move out his way, I'll move out his way. If I need to go through something, then I'm gonna go through it because it's for a reason. And he's gonna reveal that to you along the way. So my encouraging words is if you want it, it's there. He's not going anywhere. He's a forgiving God. He's our only God. He's our everything. So whatever you're going through, it doesn't last forever. You may endure for the night, but joy always come in the morning. So I just say, hold on. And if you're going through something, he'll tell you why. He'll tell you why.
Absolutely.
So I just say, keep God first. Don't let too many of the human flesh get in your ear, turn you around, tell you crazy. They think we weird when you loving God, when you talk about him all the time and he this, but he is. He's all that. So I'm weird. If that's what you want to think I am weird, then my
Mhm.
grandson asked me the other day, why do you keep asking God for permission? I said, because I need to know before I do it.
I
It's
love it.
just put him in your life.
I love
Start
it.
working your principles and see where it leads you and just know that long as you got him, you can't fail. You won't fail.
I love it,
Yeah.
man. Love it. Well, y'all got it right there, man. This was definitely an inspiration, motivating episode, man. I appreciate your transparency, and thank you
Thanks
so
for
much for taking
having
the
me.
time out and blessing my platform. Thank you so much. I would like to say,
Thank you.
thank everybody who's tuning in. This is Full-Time Father Podcast. There is no love like all love. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one. Thanks again, man.
Righty. All right.
Have a good one, man. Bye bye.
Bye bye.